President Mahinda Rajapaksa notes that the time has come for a new dawn in the lives of people in the estates. The President expressed these views during a meeting with representatives of estate trade unions in the Kandy district affiliated to the Sri Lanka Freedom Party.
Over 2,500 representatives of estate trade unions from Navalapitiya, Gampola, Evayata, Panvila, Theldeniya participated at the meeting that was held at the presidential residence in Kandy today.
அன்பர்களே நண்பர்களே சகோதர சகோதரிகளே இன்று உங்கள் எல்லோரையும் சந்திப்பது எனக்கு பெரிய சந்தோஷம்.
My friends, the opportunity to meet you all is cause for happiness. We can never forget the service rendered by you in the Kandy district. We have provided road development, education, electricity, housing, jobs, health and teachers' appointments. I am your friend. I am your family. I have trust in you. As long as I am there, you need not fear anything. Estate administration will be carried out properly. The era of lion housing must come to an end. The facilities that have been given to the people in the villages must also be given to the people of the estates. That is my duty. There must be a new era and new roads. We are all the children of one mother. I will protect you all. May you have a bright future.
வளமான எதிர்காலம் நிச்சயம் உருவாகும்.
Welcome back to news. Now, Deputy Minister of Livestock Development HR Mitrapala convened a media briefing today.
Views were expressed at this media briefing regarding the murder of the superintendent of the Nuri estate and the political connections of those involved.
I too have a responsibility to say something regarding this incident as a Sri Lanka Freedom Party organizer for this electorate. I have informed not only the President but everyone in the police as well. In the end, I secured the transfer of Thissa Gunatilaka. This cannot be resolved. Because it cannot be resolved, I told Thissa Gunatilaka. Thissa Gunatilaka did not cooperate, so I asked the IGP to have him transferred. After I told the IGP, he was transferred. After that, the IGP had told Thissa Gunatilaka that I was the one who requested the transfer. There was pressure exerted even above the police. When I say above, I mean in our province. Not only that, the next battle will be with me. The gun will be pointed at me. Now he goes to the shops and extorts money. I called the police and asked them why he is not being arrested. As a last resort, I noted that I have 15 police personnel with me. We have guns. I have a pistol. And I threatened to go and do something about it that night. In the end, the OIC went there at night and said not to be a trouble and took him in the night. The next morning he was out on bail. This cannot be done without political backing. The firearm of the person known as Atakota has not been seized as yet. They say Mahipala is involved in this. No, what I wish to say is you may remember something regarding Atakota's firearm. No, there was an involvement with him. The Chief Minister gave a lot of assistance and gave money to build roads. He gave money for various things. It is true that some of our people have to be held accountable. When you take it as a whole, the police are aware of everything. The IGP also knows everything. I spoke to him last week. Steps are being taken accordingly.
Minister of Construction, Engineering Services, Housing and Common Amenities Vimal Weerawansa participated in a public rally in Dikwela, Dankotua yesterday.
Speaking at this rally, Minister Weerawansa remarked on the impending visit to Sri Lanka by the UN Human Rights Commissioner Navanithan Pillai.
The principle of human rights is coming. She's coming to see if the children in Sri Lanka are upholding human rights well. She's not going to Iraq. She's not going to America. She's not going there to see how the American army is looking after human rights. She's not going to Afghanistan to see how the American army is looking after human rights there. But she's coming to Sri Lanka. She's coming to look at what we must do to ensure that we cannot maintain the peace that we have won in the long term. Just because the UMP has fallen on all fours, do not think that there is no longer an enemy. Although the UMP and Wickremesinghe have fallen on all fours, the embassies are working hard.
On more local news, 5 suspects in the case pertaining to the shooting and wounding of the Sunday leader journalist Faraz Shaukat Ali at a hotel room in Mount Lavinia have been remanded until the day after tomorrow.
The order was issued after the suspects were produced before the Mount Lavinia Chief Magistrate Ranga Vimalasena.
The suspects were produced in court by the Colombo Crimes Division.
Over 6 months have now passed since Shaukat Ali was shot and wounded.
The Colombo Crimes Division, which conducted investigations into the incident, arrested the suspects in Avisaville.
Putlam District Parliamentarian Arundhika Fernando said in court today that he does not personally know Prageet Eknaligoda and that he made a statement upon his return to the island from France to the effect that Prageet Eknaligoda was in France after Manjula Vedivardhana had pointed an individual out to him in France, claiming it was Prageet Eknaligoda, and since he trusted Manjula's word. UPFA Parliamentarian Arundhika Fernando made this statement before Homagama Magistrate YRB Nelumdenia during the hearings of witness testimony into the disappearance of journalist Prageet Eknaligoda.
MP Arundhika Fernando was called to the witness stand by Prageet Eknaligoda's wife Sandhya Eknaligoda's legal counsel Upul Kumara Peruma based on a statement Fernando had made in Parliament recently that he had met Prageet Eknaligoda during a visit to France. In response to questions posed by the lawyer, MP Arundhika Fernando noted that he had made a statement that he had met Prageet Eknaligoda in France as he had faith in what was said by his close friend Manjula Vedivardhana. At this instance, Attorney at Law Upul Kumara Peruma noted that Manjula Vedivardhana has clearly said that he did not introduce anyone by the name of Prageet Eknaligoda to MP Arundhika Fernando in France. In response, the MP said that Manjula Vedivardhana had made this statement as he could not face society. However, Kumara Peruma noted that although MP Arundhika Fernando had claimed at a prior hearing in court that MP Sunil Handunetti had also said that Prageet Eknaligoda is currently living abroad, this statement had been categorically rejected by MP Sunil Handunetti. Arundhika Fernando responded that Handunetti is now making this statement in order to escape from society. Attorney at Law Kumara Peruma further pointed out that a letter from the Ministry of Defence notes that Prageet Eknaligoda may have been abducted by an armed group. MP Fernando in response said that the armed group which may have abducted him had possibly released him later. While the hearing of further testimony was postponed to the 29th of November, Attorney at Law Upul Kumara Peruma noted that the Assistant Secretary of the Ministry of Defence, J.A. Ranjit, and the OIC of the Homagama Police at the time of the disappearance would be called upon to testify on that date.
On tonight's Words of Wisdom segment, we take a look at the great words of one of the founding fathers of America and the 3rd President of the United States of America, Thomas Jefferson.
Do you want to know who you are? Don't ask, act. Action will delineate and define you. Thomas Jefferson, 3rd President of the United States.
You're watching your Primetime News Bulletin. Up next is a newspaper cartoon of the day, which we selected from amongst today's English newspapers. Views were expressed in Parliament today regarding the water problem in Rockefeller and the unrest that ensued in that area.
Now, Shane, this matter was taken up in the adjournment motion debate.
The fisherman from Chilao, Anthony Fernando, who could not ply his trade anymore, received a bullet in the end. The same fate befell the people of Rockefeller who asked for water to drink. They received the bullet in the end. The people asked for water and they received this bullet. This bullet incidentally was picked up from the premises of the church in Valiveria. Instead of the water they asked for, they received these bullets.
වැලිවේරිය පල්ලිය භූමිය තුලින් ලබා අහුලගෙන ආපු උණ්ඩයක්. මෙන්න ජනතාව ඉල්ලපු වතුර උණට ලැබුණේ මේ උණ්ඩ. ඉතින්
Bullets cannot be brought into parliament. Has there been a breakdown in security? If not, an investigation must be held. Bullets cannot be brought into parliament. An investigation must be held into this.
If a bullet has been brought into parliament, the officials will be instructed to investigate it.
How was a bullet brought into this chamber? He must be arrested. This member must be arrested immediately. Following the scientific inquiries that have been conducted, we will arrive at a decision or reach a conclusion regarding future steps. If these investigations affirm that this situation arose because of this factory, we will take steps to relocate the factory. At the same time, in the future, such factories will only be established in industrial zones. Also, steps will be taken when granting approval to ensure no harm is caused to the environment and that treatment plants are used and conditions adhered to. This is the decision or the conclusion that the government has arrived at. While we express our deepest sympathies and condolences to the aggrieved families and friends, the government will prepare a compensation program. At the same time, a project to provide clean drinking water is already underway.
Meanwhile, the water problem in Rockefeller and the ensuing unrest in the area was taken up during the adjournment motion debate in Parliament today.
Notably, opposition leader Ranil Wickremesinghe was absent from Parliament when the matter was taken up.
Nevertheless, opposition and UNP leader Ranil Wickremesinghe participated at a demonstration held in Colombo recently over the unrest in Rockefeller. However, he did not participate in the debate in Parliament today over the same issue. This is because UNP leader Ranil Wickremesinghe is currently abroad.
Meanwhile, the Minister of Water Supply and Drainage notes that clean drinking water will be provided to the Rockefeller area within 10 days.
The primary problem at the moment is that this area did not receive clean drinking water through pipelines. We are laying pipelines in 2 of the main areas and within 10 days we will be able to provide them with pipe water. For 3 weeks now we have been providing water free of charge. The Pradesh Sabha is undertaking distribution. In addition, a mobile service is in place providing connections to the water supply grid for residences that have requested such connections. I believe that all households will take steps to receive that water. I also wish to note that the Water Supply Board will provide various concessions. The National Water Supply Board has initiated special concession programs for all those using the water, from large-scale consumers to small-scale consumers and minimal consumers.